Hi, my name's Andy. This is the first video I'm going to make for Pigs on Bikes, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 120-hour TEFL course from www.tefl.org.uk. So let's have a little look and see what we're going to be doing during this review. Quick look to the script, hastily drawn on a piece of paper, but you can see that we'll be looking at how to buy one, the course I bought, which is the 120-hour course, 100 hours online and the 20 hours classroom time. We'll be having a look through the structure of the website that you use to do the online course, starting off with the home page. We'll be looking at the course itself and the modules in the course. We'll be doing a quick review of each of the modules, and we'll be looking at how the course is graded, and then towards the end we'll be looking at the added extras that you get when you buy one of these courses from www.tefl.org.uk. Okay. So, looking through the course. How do you buy one? Well, first of all, it's really easy. That's how. What you can do is you can click on the courses website, view all TEFL courses, and you select the TEFL course that you want. In this case, I did the 120-hour combined course, and you click on the one that you want. Then it gives you a quick overview of what you're going to get. You can see here the added extras were also included. In this case, free lifetime access to the TEFL Job Centre, TEFL coursebook, free job reference letter, own personal online tutor, and of course you get a certificate. So you select the one that you want and the location that you're going to do it from, if you're going to have some classroom activity. If not, obviously I've never done another one, but I suspect that you wouldn't have that option. Book course now takes you straight through to a standard payment stage, pay by credit card, PayPal, things like that. It's pretty straightforward after that. It's dead easy. Once you've paid, you get an email saying click on this and do that, and it's all standard stuff, and you get a login, and you can log in to your home page. Now once you're on your home page, or your account page, sorry, then it gives you some extras that you can purchase, such as extensions down here should you feel that the time that you've got, which is 4, 5, 6 months or so to do the course, if you feel that's not enough. So then you can click go to your course, and this is your course kind of home page, and you can see the 3 different areas there. You can see the actual course, the online part of the course there, the common room. We'll have a quick look at the common room, and this is just a forum and some other support there should you need it. If we go back to the home, Tim's teaching tips, if you click on this, this is just a huge resource of just absolutely everything you can imagine, really. I've clicked on some of these, and some of these are really quite good. There's loads of stuff there. To be honest, I haven't even looked through a lot of that. No doubt I will in time, but at the moment, but it's there to be accessed. Once you've paid up, you've kind of got it. Let's have a look at the actual course itself now. So this is the 100-hour online part of the course, and when you open this up, you have to do your course induction, which when you click on that says sort of a basic introduction thing, hello, and when you fill this form in, it assigns you your personal tutor. Mine's called Pauline, and she's very good. And then when you run further down the page. This is actually the course structure now and the individual units. You can see that from these individual units that you've got grammar and language, which you would expect, TEFL methodology, rolling further down, video section, and of course your course feedback at the end there. So fairly straightforward structure, nothing untoward or unexpected in that. Let's have a little look first at Module A, which is the 30-hour grammar and language awareness module. This seems to be found to be the hardest of the three modules. People seem to struggle with grammar. I know I certainly do. Luckily it's split into these different sections, so 7 different units. There's 7 quizzes that you have to complete, and there's one big quiz right at the end. So the final grammar review quiz, which is a beast, you know. This is difficult, this part, compared to the other two. If we look on one of the units, if we open one of the units up, you'll see the tree down the side here showing where you are in the unit. You can cycle through the pages fairly smoothly, which just give you lesson content. You can jump between the pages quite easily with this, and then you hit the review quiz at the end. I'm not going to take the review quiz again because I've already done it. I can demonstrate one a bit later on though for you, so you can see. They're multiple choice quizzes. They're not hard, they're not difficult though. They do make you think, you know. If we now move on, oh hang on, yeah. Also with the grammar and language section you also get a grammar course book. Now I found that if you print it out, it's actually a copy. Let me just bob this in the middle here. It's actually a copy of everything in all of the units. But what this means is that whilst you're doing one thing on the screen, you can then, you know, you can fly around in this and check other things out. It's really useful to have both. I think it's useful to have it in PDF format, which it comes in, but also you can print it out, and that's really good. So let's close that down. Let's have a look at the TEFL methodology section. That comes in a whole monster 12 units. It's got 14 quizzes, and this section, this module, has 5 assessments. Now the assessments are actually writing style assessments, where you have to write 100 words, 75 words or something like that, and generally what they are is they're writing part of a lesson plan. When you get right to the end of it, the final review assignment in this case is to produce a full-on lesson plan. It's fine though, by the time you get to this stage you know what you're doing. When you first start off, it seems a bit, maybe a bit daunting, I suppose. I don't know. It's obviously not as clear, but as you go through, you're doing quite a lot of repetition all the way through, and that's good because that reinforces itself. When you get down to writing the lesson plan, it's relatively easy. The quizzes aren't too difficult either. Again, they're multiple choice. The final review assignment, like I say, is producing a full lesson plan. You can have a look at some of this. If we click on one of these, which one shall we have? Activities in the classroom. So again, this is similar sort of stuff to what we saw in the grammar module, and each page isn't particularly long, you know. There's you can get through some of this stuff quite quickly. And again, you can jump around within the unit by selecting bits off the side here. Setting up tasks is quite good. This is all quite good fun stuff. So there you go. You can see how that, and you can jump between them. And the other thing is that you don't need to do these in order. You don't need to. It does help. It does. You know, the course itself does flow quite well. It's logical in its process. It starts off with the nuts and bolts, then it goes into how you're going to teach the nuts and bolts, and then at the end it's got videos which are, you know, descriptions and showing you how to teach the nuts and bolts in a more real scenario kind of thing. And then at the end there, the online TEFL course book, which if I bob this in front of the camera here, you might be able to see is just the whole of the B module, the methodology module, combined into one. But again, this is really useful to have as a reference guide, and if you need to check other stuff out and you don't want to leave the page you're on, or if you're halfway through a quiz and you want to check stuff out, you can refer back to it here. And also when you come to do your assignments, it's all in one place, and also that means that you don't have to have your laptop or your tablet, or you can do these on the phone as well. They work really well actually. Done some of mine on my phone. So there we go. That's that. Let's have a look at the video. Quick look at the video. Sort of speaks for itself really. It's got 5 videos and it's got 5 quizzes, 4 assignments. The assignments are shorter than the Module B methodology assignments, a lot shorter actually. Not necessarily easier. In fact, one of them was particularly difficult, I found. That one there was particularly hard. But let's have a look, just a quick look at what happens when you press one of these. You can see that the video comes up. And if you excuse my really poor internet connection, when you press it, I'm not going to play too much of this because I think it's so there we go. Good fun they are to watch. You know, you learn a lot from them, and you see what you've learnt in the previous 2 modules actually being taught. Quizzes come along then, and with the quizzes, with all of the quizzes, you can have as many goes as you want at them. You can reattempt them as many times as you like. I found I don't think I had to retake any more than, I think I had to redo 1 3 times because I had user error on the second time and I didn't tick the right boxes. That's about it really. Let's have a look. So again, the assignments, so your assignments are set like this, and as you can see, 75 words, 5 marks. So if we have a look now at the grading table, nearly at the end now, aren't we? We're at the grades, and then we've just got to have a look at the little added extras that you get. Grading table. So this is the bit that everyone, it's the bit that I sort of ended up looking at a lot of the time, because you can see where you're at with things. You can see some of these units here on the range. These are the amount of marks. They're not weighted at all, any of these. So where you've got 209, that's worth 209. That one quiz is worth 209 marks out of the total 1114. So you can see the weighting on that. But then that is the grammar section. So you would expect that to carry a large weighting, if you see what I mean. But each mark in the quiz, so you have to do 209 entries. There's not 209 questions, but there's 209 points that you need to earn out of that quiz. So when you come down to the video reviews, you see there's only 1. So although there's relatively a lot in the first section, by the time you start coming down here, 30s, 20s, and you know, when you get into the video section at the bottom, 10s, you know, not more than 20 there at all. So it starts off hard, tails off in the middle on the difficulty, and I think by the time you come to the end, it's been drummed into you. You know, the messages have been drummed into you so many times that you actually know them before you've actually watched the video, really. So that's quite good. If you see that you've got a particularly low one and you want to go away and redo it again, then you can just click on that one. It takes you there, tells you your stats on it, and then you can just hit reattempt the quiz. So, you know, it's pretty user friendly, really. There's nothing untoward, nothing complex about it. I'm just going to pause it here and go back to the rest of what you get, so we can just do the last little bit. Bear with me for a moment. So here we are again. Yes, we've got at the bottom there, this is actually on the 100 hour home screen, if you like. Right at the bottom there it says further reading for TEFL teachers, getting your CV right and the interview. So with these it just gives you more information on what you need to do to actually go out and use your TEFL certificate and go and find work with it. So, you know, that's pretty useful. What else can we have a look at? What does that do? Yes, maybe not. I think we've looked at some of that already. Let me pause it for a moment, I'll come back. Okay, right, it took me all the way back to this page, to the account page, and also to the main home page for this is also on here as well. So the other bits and pieces that you get, which are quite good, obviously I've shown you the TEFL course book. You get a job reference letter as well. You get the TEFL job centre, and this is pretty useful. You can have a look in here. There's a few jobs listed in here. I think there's about 130 at the moment or something. Of 30 out of 70 jobs shown on this page. You can see the jobs going on here. Quite useful. What else have we got? Yeah, you get your own tutor. They mark the assignments and give you feedback on the assignments. With the assignments, if you don't do it entirely right, maybe your tutor gives you some feedback and asks you just to correct them slightly, just so you can improve your mark. Mine communicated with me by email very well, really quickly, so I submitted last assignment yesterday. It was marked this morning. Last night I put the last one in last night, marked this morning, so that's fine. You know, really good. Emailed me saying, yeah, previously I had to make a couple of adjustments. It was really easy. Sort of really fast next day sort of stuff. I think that's about it. Common room, we could have a look at the common room. No, I'll leave that for another day. Alright then, cheers, take care, bye bye.